Alright, so I was sat here thinking of a video to make. Like, I make these experiments and sometimes the ideas don't just come to me, but I came up with an interesting one today that I think a lot of you guys are going to enjoy. You can tell by the title, what we're going to be doing is putting the Champions League teams that were in the competition in 2006, what is that, 13 years ago? We're going to take those teams and put them in to FIFA 19, and we're gonna see how those Champions League groups that played in 06 now play in 2018, 2019. For a lot of you guys who were probably too young to remember, the two teams that played in the final that year were Barcelona and Arsenal. For Barcelona, they had people like Eto, Ronaldinho, Puyo, so many others as well. Like, they were just stacked. And then Arsenal back then with Henry, Sol Campbell, they had Cesc Fabregas back when he was young. And yeah, I mean, I could just keep naming off players. Barcelona had like Xavi on the bench, Iniesta on the bench. Both teams absolutely stacked out of their mind, and we're gonna see if we can recreate that final today in FIFA 19. So here we are on the career mode, and let's head over and check out the European competition. I've gone through, I've rearranged all the groups. Let's go through them real quickly and show you guys what these groups were like back in 06 or 05 and 06. Before we start though, quick disclaimer, two teams that were not in this competition. First, in Group F, Spartak was not in. For some reason, it won't let me put Olympiacos in the competition, so I had to put in another Russian team. I put in Spartak. Then also in Group H, for some reason, it wouldn't let me put, who was it? Oh, it was a team from Croatia, I think. They just weren't in the game. I had to pick another team, and I just picked a random one from rest of the world. We picked Athens. Let's go through them though, starting with Group A, Juventus, Bayern, Club Brugge, and Rapid from Austria. Group B, one of the Champions League finalists. We got Arsenal, we got Ajax, we got Thun from Switzerland. Never heard of them before in my life. And then another team right here from the rest of the world. Group C consists of the team that actually won the competition. It's Barcelona. We got Werder Bremen from Germany. We have a team from Italy and another rest of the world squad. Group D, it is Villarreal. Then we have Benfica from Portugal. We got Lille, and we have United. And of course, that United team back in the day was stacked as well. I think they had Ronaldo back then. I don't think he'd left yet. They also had like Giggs, Ferdinand, Gary Neville. I mean, the team was absolutely insane. Group E consists of AC Milan, PSV, Schalke, and then Fenerbahce. In Group F, we have Lyon, we have Madrid, we have Rosenborg from Norway, Berg, I think it's Borg from Norway, and then again Spartak. They're not supposed to be here, but we had to throw them in. Group G, we have Liverpool, Chelsea, and you'll see above Chelsea it says Republic of Ireland. It's like above my head right here. So you're not actually allowed to put two Premier League teams in the same group. So what I had to do was change Chelsea to another league so that I could do this. Liverpool, Chelsea, that's how I got two Prem teams in the same group. Then they had Betis and Anderlecht. Finally, rounding it out, we got Inter, we have Rangers from Scotland, Porto, and again, Athens isn't supposed to be in this, but I had to choose another team because that Croatian team isn't in the game. So what we're gonna do is advance, get into things. We decided to control Barcelona. We're gonna go into the career mode, and what we're gonna do, sim the Champions League. We're gonna go, group stage to round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, final, and we're gonna compare everything to what actually happened in 05 and 06 and see if FIFA 19 can replicate that. Let's get into the career mode. So here we are into the career mode, and what I want to do right now, the reason I chose Barcelona is because they won the competition in 05, 06, and again, they have a strong team, so they should be able to duplicate that here. This is the team that Barcelona is going into things with. Let's check out their starting lineup, like their complete starting lineup and reserves for the final where they played against Arsenal in 06. As you can see, big name players on that list. Let me know, boys, who do you think is the best player from that squad? I think Eto won man of the match. A lot of people would say Eto. Ronaldinho too can make a case, but I don't know. There's a lot of great players on that list. Crazy how things have changed. Iniesta is one of the players that, had he not retired, or I think he's in China now, he would still be on Barcelona. He's like the only player that's still playing besides Fabregas on Arsenal. I think Ashley Cole too is on Arsenal. He's now playing in MLS, but that's besides the point. What we're gonna do now, boys, is sim until January, and we're gonna see which teams ended up making it out of the groups. And again, we're gonna compare those to the real life matchups that took place in 05 and 06. Let's sim to January. This is going to be a lot of fun, boys. I'm hyped. So now that we've made it to January, let's do this. Let's compare how things have gone. We're going to jump over here to the group so we can see the results. So here's how it's gonna work. We're gonna start here with Group A, and I'm gonna pull up a screenshot of how they finished back in 2005 and 2006. First, let's see who advanced. Bayern and Juventus. I mean, that's honestly expected, and that's actually how things played out back, in Group A. So except that Juventus won and Bayern came in second, and Club Brugge came in third, while Wien came in fourth. So they were just flip-flop there, but the same teams that made it through back in 05 and 06 made it through here. Let's check out Group B. Ajax, Arsenal making it through, and as we pull up the real life comparison, and to explain this, I'm looking over here because that's where like my graphics are on my computer. Wow. So Arsenal, well, obviously they would have won the group because they made it to the final, but how did Ajax beat out Arsenal here in Group B? That's crazy. I don't have a lot of faith for Arsenal making it to the final in this one. Interesting, but the same teams so far that have made it through have, done so in both groups. Let's go for Group C now, where we're controlling Barcelona. The teams that made it through were Barcelona, Werder Bremen, and then we have Panti, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. And then we have the Italian side as well. And right here, yep, all goes well. Barcelona, Werder Bremen made it through same spots actually in 05-06, and they're making it through same spots here in 2018-19. Now, this is an interesting one because Man United didn't make it out of the group back in the day, and they came actually dead last. They're coming up front here, first place, and both teams actually that you're gonna see on screen right now that ended up making it through actually Villarreal finished top of the group, so they make it through, but I think it was Lille. It was Benfica who finished second. What am I saying? I have the thing up on screen right now. So Villarreal makes it through. They made it through back in 05-06. United though finished last. Obviously they're making it here through now. How did they finish that poorly back then? I really need to look into that, boys. Here for Group B, we're pulling it up, and it's literally the exact same things. Finish out to a T. It's like almost exactly on points too. Milan finished with 11, PSV finished with 10. The only thing was Schalke finished on 8, Fenerbahce finished on 4. Really doesn't matter, boys. Same teams make it through. That's all we care about. We're getting down to the last few ones here, and things turn out the same. Lyon and Real Madrid making it through. Only difference is Lyon topped the group back in 2005-2006. And once again, man, things finishing perfectly here. Liverpool first, Chelsea second, Betis, Anderlecht. It's legit an exact comparison to 05-06. Wrapping things up here, boys, with Group H. Porto, Inter make it through. The only difference is Rangers actually made it through, and Porto is going to get through. They finished bottom of the group. They're finishing top of the group right here, which is actually quite shocking. You would have expected Inter Milan to finish, but now that we've gone through all of those, we've had a few changes here and there, but for the most part things were pretty accurate. Let's check in to the matchups in the round of 16. So before we actually do that, here are the matchups that took place in real life, the round of 16. We had Real Madrid, Arsenal, Werder Bremen, Juventus, Ajax and Inter. We had Rangers, Villarreal. We had PSV, Lyon, Bayern, Milan, Benfica, Liverpool, and then Chelsea, Barcelona. Let's head in to the round of 16, and I'm gonna look through these real quick and see. I'm gonna have both screenshots up for you guys and see if any of these are similar. So far, not that I can see. Since it's like a draw here to see who plays who, it's gonna be very hard for any of these matchups to be exact. But what we're just gonna do is continue to sim round by round and weed them out and see which teams make it, which teams don't. So with that, let's go back to the calendar and sim until the quarterfinals are over. So the round of 16 now should be over, and now let's go ahead and see how many teams remain. We're gonna kind of just go through round by round, and as teams get weeded out, we are gonna maybe keep track of how many teams remained at this point in 05-06, and we're just gonna compare year by year. Let's see it, man. Champions League, we're just gonna head to the I want to see the draw. Hold on. Okay, so we have the quarterfinal matchups, and let's see how many teams actually remain here. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Both teams that made it to the... Where did Barcelona go? Oh my god. Oh, of course. Barca drew Juventus. the team that won it back in 05-06, lost to Juventus here, and that was the Messi versus Ronaldo matchup as well. Let's see what happened to our other former finalist, Arsenal. They ended up losing to Milan. That's 2 teams getting out, so things are taking a turn for the worse right here. So our quarterfinal teams include United, Porto, Lyon, Madrid, Juventus, Milan, and then Inter Milan and Bayern Munich. Let's see how many of those, we're going to pull up the quarterfinals, how many of those stood. So, wow. Milan was one of the teams, so there's 1. Let's see who else. Lyon was one of the teams. There's 2. Do we have Inter Milan was one of, we have 3 now, and Juventus 4. So 4 out of the 8 teams. We have half of them remaining, and let's see how many of them are going to get knocked out. Lyon has a chance of moving on. Either Milan or Juventus is going to get knocked out, and then Inter has a chance of beating Bayern Munich. Now that we have both finalists gone, though, it's going to be a lot different. Things are definitely going to be different in this year's final using the teams from 05-06. Okay, now let's move ahead in sim to the semifinals of the competition. So here we are, semifinals. Now we have some interesting results. Milan against Inter Milan. We have a derby match in the semifinals. And then we have Manchester United, Real Madrid. It's funny because, yeah, Manchester United didn't even make it out of the group back in the day, and here they are squaring up against Madrid. Let's pull up our semifinalist from the 05-06 and see. Yeah, I'm looking right now. We have 1 out of 4. AC Milan, the only team that was a finalist back in 05 and 06, and they're now a finalist here. Inter Milan ended up, they ended up winning. But in the 05-06, they ended up losing. Real Madrid, yeah, they went out way back when to, who did Real Madrid go out to? Oh yeah, Real Madrid went out in the round of 16 to Arsenal. And then, yeah, of course, United, not even in the round of 16. Okay, so once we simulate to the final, of course, we're not going to have any of the same teams because they've both been eliminated, but we're going to see who ends up winning the Champions League here. Let's do it, boys. We're going to save it. We'll be back to wrap up the episode. So we've come to the end, boys. It is June, and we are going to see who ended up winning the Champions League here. If I had to take a guess, I would say that it's going to be Inter Milan that ended up winning it, but we're going to find out here. Champions League, the winner is Real Madrid. They beat Inter Milan. So we'll go back to the semifinals. Real Madrid beat United and Inter beat Milan. Real Madrid go all the way, and we'll expand here and show you guys the brackets for the real life our 05-06 Champions League. So that's how things finished. Unfortunately, we couldn't replicate what happened, but it's interesting using the same groups back in the day, seeing how they compete now. Yeah, I don't know, it's really interesting. Let me know if you want to see another one of these with like another Champions League year. We could do this with the more recent one, maybe, you know, closer to like 2010, 11, 12, or we could go like all the way back and do like the 1990 Champions League or something like that. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing down below in the comment section. Really hope you guys went on to enjoy today's video. Before we end things today, though, I want to show you guys something special. I announced this on my last episode. I signed with my hometown club, FC Cincinnati, to work with them yeah, for all their EMLS content. You guys can check out the intro video in one of the top corners, and I should pop up right now. Click that intro video, please go show it some love. It's on FC Cincinnati's what is their YouTube page. They are like a new MLS team coming up next season. It's my hometown club. I'm working for them. Check out the video that involves myself. Leave a comment, leave a like on it, show some support, and I'm going to end today's video by showing you guys one of the videos that I made for FC Cincinnati. It was posted on their website, on their Twitter, and I'm going to be making a lot of content for them. It's really crazy, man. Like, just working for my hometown club, kind of like a dream come true. So yeah, keep up to date with them. Follow them on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, because I'm always posting stuff over there. Respond to you guys' DMs. Follow me on Instagram too. Responding to a lot of DMs over there recently as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what videos you guys want to see next, and we'll see you boys later. Peace.